I can't even do it. What's up, y'all? QuisVlogs back here again. This time in my hotel. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Marquise Ware and I'm a third-year computer science major at the University of Texas at Austin. I created this channel to spread awareness about several things, but mainly I like to talk about tech, and today we are talking about how to land your first engineering internship. Now, there are several ways to talk about this, but I think the best way that I know how to share this information with you all is kind of through my lens and just how I had the opportunity to get to where I'm at and how you can apply this to your life and achieve the same success, hopefully. And just for context, I'll give you guys a quick background story. Before computer science, before college, I was actually an avid hooper. Like, ball was life. I did this every day, and I was actually planning on becoming a college basketball player at a university in Colorado, but unfortunately that did not pan out, and I decided to pursue my education at the University of Texas at Austin, and I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I just sort of kind of randomly picked computer science. There has been no engineer in my family or my extended family, and I just decided to give it a try and try something new. So in other words, I had no idea what I was getting into. I had no idea what computer science was. I had never looked at or written a line of code before, and I remember like the first day of school looking at this book like this is a different language. I mean, and it really is a different language, but like it looked like it was gibberish, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So I definitely had a lot of catching up to do compared to my peers, just to make sure that I was prepared for the next steps to become a fluent computer scientist. So one thing that's really cool about my university is we have a ton of resources and a ton of company sponsors, and some of which hire students for engineering internships. There are actually a few companies who will hire engineering students who have little to no experience in their respective fields. So like, as a computer science student, the Microsoft Explorer internship or Google Engineering Practicum or Facebook University, those are good ones to check out. There's several more, but you just have to go out and find them. And after doing some research, I started to realize that some of these internships pay extremely well. So I just started to look and see what companies align with my values, what companies align with what I'm trying to accomplish. And with Microsoft's mission statement to empower everyone and everything on the planet to do more, something like that, it kind of had me hooked because that's the kind of person I was. My purpose is to impact and inspire and change as many lives as possible. So, I saw that and I was just like, wow, like I could really see myself doing something like that one day, being an engineer or a PM at this company. And I'm a vision guy. I'm a kind of, I like to see ahead. So when I was a freshman, I was so sure of this. I was so sure of the fact that I could see myself there that I had actually wrote a contract with myself saying that I will work here one day. Like I will work at Microsoft one day. And if I could find a picture, I don't know if this will be in here, but if I can find a picture, then here's the picture of the contract. So by signing this contract with myself, essentially, I feel like it gave me a goal to look forward to. Like it gave me something to continue to push through and motivate myself to keep going whenever the tough got going, and I didn't feel like coding anymore, and I felt like I was struggling. And to be completely honest with you guys, times really did get tough. As a newbie in CS, I almost felt like I was going through some sort of gauntlet. Like every week it was some sort of new material, and you have to be, and at least in my case, I had to be extremely focused, and I had to make some sacrifices in order to make sure I fully understood this material. And not only that, but to be honest, throughout this process, I felt alone. If you guys are familiar with diversity in tech, I remember in my first computer science class, out of about 180 students, I was the only black student in that class. Some of my best friends that came into computer science with me incurred the same difficulty, and they decided that they wanted to, pursue other things. And I just felt like I had nobody to turn to. So I turned to my TAs, I turned to the professor actually for guidance, and he really got me through that time where I just felt like I had nobody to turn to. And I remember a lot of people at my university thought I was crazy. They're like, Marquise, why are you being such a hermit? Why, go out and live a little bit. But I just saw the end goal. And, the kind of person that I am, when I see it, I'm gonna attack it, I am a go-getter. So when I realized there was an opportunity for success, I had to go get it. or at least try to go get it. There are no shortcuts when it comes to success. And I just remember, I had season tickets to the UT football games, gone. I had to give those away. There were several Friday nights, Saturday nights, Tuesday nights where I was just stuck in that lab trying to figure out this material so I could be prepared. And one day, if a company gave me a chance, then I would be ready. And crazy enough, somebody did give me that chance. And it just came in the strangest way. And the story goes like this. So my university hosts networking events where companies can come and talk to students. And after a long test that I failed, my first CS test that I failed, I was feeling extremely discouraged. I didn't want to leave the room. I didn't want to leave my dorm room. I just fought that feeling and decided to go to this networking event. Shopped around a little bit and found Microsoft. And per the research that I had been doing, I had seen that they had a program for freshmen like myself. And I just decided to go up there and give it a shot. My resume definitely wasn't the strongest. I definitely didn't have as much experience as a lot of the other students. But when I was given the opportunity to present myself and give that elevator pitch, I was definitely ready. And I had let her know that although my resume says that I don't have much experience, I'm passionate, I'm a collaborative person, I'm an influencer, and my passions and Microsoft passions, they directly align with each other. And apparently she liked what she heard, and not much longer after that networking event, I was actually sent an email that was saying I had an opportunity to do a phone interview at Microsoft. So I was actually given a couple months to prepare for this phone interview, and I was already an intro to programming, so I just kept grinding and kept chopping that wood and learning about fundamentals of computer science. And when I was actually on the phone interview, I was taken by surprise because I wasn't given any coding questions. It was a very different interview, and they gave me an opportunity to showcase myself again and talk about myself. And I gave that elevator pitch. And by the way, I'm gonna have another video talking about what an elevator pitch is in the next video. But afterwards, I just remember being so disappointed with myself because I had an opportunity to showcase who I was, and I feel like I didn't fully give them a full sneak peek of who I was. I was a little disappointed in myself after that interview. I thought I could have did better, and I remember taking a little nap afterwards because I was disappointed. And I was thinking like, man, I really wish I could work at this company one day. I really wish I could get an internship this summer. I went to sleep and I woke up to a flight to Seattle, Washington for an interview in my inbox. So I was just like, what? Are you serious? I know other kids who have way more experience than me, who have been doing way more than me, and they haven't had this opportunity with Microsoft. So I consider myself extremely blessed to be given that opportunity. And when it was time to go interview, it was at the end of the semester. I remember going up to Seattle. They had put us up in this nice little hotel, and they had a dinner. They had a dinner before the interview. And I remember sitting in this really nice room with probably 30 or 40 other interns. And I just remember hearing, these student stories. Some of them were from Yale, some of them from Harvard and MIT and all these other great schools. And they had done such great things, and they had made all these great programs and making AI machine learning models and all this other crazy stuff. And and then when it got to me, I was I can make tic-tac-toe. So I felt extremely out of place. I felt extremely inadequate. And I remember there was a recruiter in the corner. His name was Ryan, and I just walked over to him and I was like, man, I don't know if I should be here. This might not be my element. And I remember, at this moment, Ryan kind of chuckled, and he was just like, calm down. You're here for a reason. Relax. And I definitely have Ryan to thank for a lot of things. Because I went into that interview the next day, and I just remembered, the talk that he gave me, and it kind of powered me through that day. And overall, I felt like I did pretty well. To my surprise, I was actually given all PM interview questions. I know that's different for some students. Some students had all, dev questions, and other students did have all PM questions or a mix. But, I was just really fortunate. Again, I was really blessed to just have an interview that was kind of playing towards my strengths. And I remember walking out of those interviews feeling extremely confident until I went back home to Texas and I got an email saying that I was rejected from Microsoft and I didn't get the offer. And to be honest with you, my feelings were extremely hurt. Like, they was hurt. Like, they was really, really hurt. Like, I had invested all this time. I had been doing, you know, like HackerRank and trying to figure out, you know, where could I fill in the holes in my programming experience. And, you know, it just didn't work out. And I was super sad, but instead of complaining about it, instead of sulking about it, I actually contacted Ryan and said, hey man, I know that I wasn't offered this year, but I still want to keep in touch with you. I'm still really passionate about impacting lives and inspiring others, and you know, one day I will see you again. And I just remember his response was, with that attitude, one day you will be here. And little did I know, you know, when I came back to school in the following semester, I was, you know, searching for internships and applying everywhere. I applied to like 20 or 30 places. Ryan was actually in the background trying to figure out a way for me to get onto Microsoft. That small interaction that I had with Ryan, it gave him a positive impression, and it gave him reason to find me a spot where I wanted to be at my dream. And I will forever be grateful, you know, for that opportunity that he gave me, because after, you know, I would say 3 or so months, he and another employee, her name is Karishma, you are the GOAT. Thank you so much, because it was you really did this. I was given an opportunity to come and work at Microsoft. So it was off of grace. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to dispel this narrative that, you know, people who come in to these interviews for internships, they are the most qualified, you know, the top dogs, the big dogs, if you will. You know, sometimes you can, you know, get rewarded in a very unconventional way. And that's exactly what had happened, you know, in my case. And that's exactly why I'm out here trying to spread the word and spread the knowledge about being a computer science student and, you know, the positive benefits of these internships, because it could happen to you. Like, it definitely happened to me, and it probably, in probably all the other universes, it probably shouldn't happen to me, but you know, it did. And now I just want to spread this awareness and let you all know, if you guys put your mind to something with the right attitude and a little bit of luck, you can do it. You can get there. And you know, these things are definitely attainable. So yeah. And I honestly feel like everybody deserves to know about these opportunities, because I know a lot of people back home, you know, where I'm from at least, you know, we weren't thinking about tech internships. And after figuring out that these people are paying, you know, $40 and $50 an hour for you to learn and grow as an individual, we gotta take advantage of these opportunities. These are opportunities that need to be taken advantage of. So I'm here trying to help people out in as many ways as possible. That summer, last summer, was amazing. You know, Seattle has really nice summer weather. I had an opportunity to make some really great friends, some of my best friends actually. I had a chance to grow my network, and my world was pretty much broadened, you know, here. You know, I feel like, you know, being away from home on my own, really, you know, I've been able to kind of like seriously grow up and learn more about what I want to do for the rest of my life. And this was just my story, and I hope one day when you gain your internship or when you get your success, you share your story and help others as well. So if you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I have a lot more content and a lot more tips for you guys coming soon. Yeah, it's kind of late and I got work tomorrow, so I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.